Hello everyone, this is Wit Sensitivity, and today I'm going to talk about the art of self-love. And before I start, I'd also like to say that this is something that I have not yet mastered, but I guess I'll share my thoughts on it with the hope that it can help someone. I am going to talk about the art of self-love and why it is sometimes so difficult, or why it might be so difficult to put it into practice, at least for some of us, and what has helped me get better at it. Not master it, as I said, I still have a lot to learn, but I would like to say what helps me get better every day. So, what is the art of self love? We hear people talking about self love all the time. You need to love yourself, be kind to yourself. But it's really hard, especially when being kind to yourself requires you to understand all those subconscious mechanisms which act upon you, and sometimes you work by them without realizing, and all those thoughts and actions which sometimes make you do things to yourself or tell things to yourself which are not acts of self-love. Self-love, just like any love, is something that connects you to others, in this case to yourself. It's something that just is and doesn't have to be rationally searched for and logically explained. Something that just is. That's why I believe that language and words are not always the most straightforward way for us to find self-love or be able to practice it. I've always been very passionate about language and words, but I do believe that there is something deeper, and it has to do with feelings, compassion, and all those sentiments that cannot be really put into words. It's all those sentiments which also makes us suffer, also makes us feel pain, also makes us feel sadness. All those things that make us human in a way. And the art of self-love to me is being able to recognize those feelings, being able to recognize when you're sad, when you're happy, when you're lonely, and learn to accept it, even when it's very hard. And this is something probably you've heard often, right? Learn to accept, learn to understand your feelings, listen to your body more. But it's not so straightforward, because before we start really understanding our body and our sensations, we really need to understand the superficial layers which are created by words and language most of the time. Think about this internal monologue which you probably have, like most people do, and listen to it. What does it tell you? What are the words that you dictate to yourself? This is often a projection of the feelings that you have deep inside of you, wrapped in words. So before you can really feel whatever it is that you need to feel, pain, sadness, joy, you need to understand the superficial layers of those feelings created by words, created by an internal monologue. So ask yourself, what are you dictating to yourself? Is it positive? Is it negative? And if it's negative, which most of the time it is, because when we are unconscious of our internal monologues, it can often be something that telling us that we need to work more, telling us that this we did not do well, or this we need to repeat, or feeling sorry for something that we did, and that's okay. We just need to get conscious of it first. And once we get conscious of this internal monologue, we start feeling more. We start sensing our body better. And when that happens, we need to learn how to master our emotions and feelings. And be okay with whatever emotions come up. Be okay with a life that today is a bit sad. A life that today is a bit more jolly. A life that is different every day. And what I mean by this, and what an act of self-love really is for me, because it is hardest, especially when you are sad, for example, to do something that you love for yourself. It is hard when you feel guilty, or you think you feel guilty about something, to do something that you know is good for your life and is good for yourself. But if you really know how to self-love, then you're going to do it anyways. And what I can give you as an advice, from personal experience, although, as I said, I'm also learning myself. So I hope I will be able to give tips over time. But when I feel sad or unable to feel something or guilty, it kind of blocks me. I feel it blocks me from doing the things I love. For example, it blocks me from creating. I love reading, and I know I feel that when I feel sad or guilty about something, I feel sorry for something, unconsciously it bothers me. I cannot concentrate on what I do. What I figured for myself is that you need to try to connect to other people and be yourself anyways. Do something that comes out of you anyways, even if it hurts you. Try to feel all that it is you have to feel and do it anyways. And you will see that even during the process, you have those thoughts, judging thoughts, which are telling you that you're not doing good enough, or that you're not feeling well enough to do it, or that there's something bothering you, or that you feel like a failure. When you do it, your body naturally learns that you're giving to yourself what you really want. So over time, all those negative feelings will get less because you get stronger. You give willpower to the things that you want and you love, and you do them anyways, despite the feelings of anxiety, the feelings of insecurity, and the sadness that might arise also during the process of creating whatever it is that you create, or the process of doing whatever it is you want to do. That is self-love. Self-love is being able to do what you want to do despite anything, despite all the voices in your head, because most of the time it's not even external circumstances that block you from doing the things that you want. It's you who is doing it to yourself. It's you who is blocking yourself with negative self-sabotaging thoughts. And being able to overcome this and do it anyways is the strongest thing you can do. It's what is going to make you in the end, and it is what is really going to give you the self-love that you're looking